Hello, class. This will be the last video in this series, just a few finishing thoughts. Again, a reminder that the assignment does ask for you to add one of your own elements that I didn't describe, so come up with something and see what you can do and follow the steps. The other thing I want to remind you, we use paintbrush, we used fill, we used transform, and we use layers, we use text. We did all these things. Reminder, this was how to use those tools. Those tools can be used to create any infinite variety of things. So when you're asked to make maps or do other things later on in the semester, use the same basic tools. You just need to figure it out on your own. You certainly can ask for help as needed, but really, as I mentioned before, the best way to learn these things is to really just experiment, try these tools, try getting it. You're just drawing things. You're changing things. You're cutting and pasting. You're doing all that stuff. So good luck. Then the other thing you can do, besides just adding the things for the assignment, at least for this thing, is you can really change anything you want. One of the things I see here is the sky in my image is pretty sort of dark. Not dark, but just gray. It was a dark day, and people would describe, but it's pretty white and sort of pixels. And maybe I'm going to just see, I could change anything. I could brighten up sides of buildings. I could change the sky. I could do other things. So I'm going to see if I can change the sky just really quick, because it's a common thing to do. And it exists on the background layer, which is locked. I'm actually going to duplicate my background layer just to make it unlocked and take it off the background copy. Just so I can always go back. I like to do that because if I mess up, I can always go back. The tricky thing about this image is I have to delete the sky. I'm going to see if I can turn off the background layer because I don't need it. And you're going to see this. I'm going to go, you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you things. I'm just going to magic wand the sky and click and delete. You can see I get the checkerboard pattern, which is deleting the sky. And I might marquee that out. It's leaving my labels and all those, because why? Because that's on a different layer, that's on top of it. I'm half tempted to not go with contiguous. The problem is I'd start deleting buildings. And, some of these things take a long time to get around that. The posts for the wires and all of that. Sometimes though you can be like, yeah, maybe I don't even need wires. I could take the philosophy is, let me just delete it. Like, why have the wires back here? I don't even need that tree. I replaced that tree, so I can actually come behind. Because this tree, I'm not going to delete the green tree. That green tree is on a different layer, right? So maybe I can leave some of those wires in just for some detail. Well, I can't delete the sign. I'd be careful about that. So we got that there. We can actually remove selections, not something I showed you, but I actually want to keep the sign. And so I shouldn't have selected the sign. So if I select that part, you can see it'll deselect the sign. So I hit delete, sort of get rid of all that. I'm going to undo because I want to keep this post, so I'm going to have to use more of this minus selection here. Keep the post, keep that little electrical unit up there as well. Let's hit delete. Okay, so that's not too bad. I don't know what I just pushed. There we go. I can probably delete a little bit of segment out there, although you probably never noticed. But you can see I got the checkerboard pattern, which means it's transparent. Looks like I need to delete that across the mountaintop too. That would be good for the magic wand. Delete that. Okay, there we go. Control D. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Google. I'm going to go sky, just like I would do anything, because you can find anything, and pick a sky that you like. What would be a good sky that's not too crazy? Sometimes people like to put super nice skies in, which can be nice, but sometimes it's a bit overkill. Certainly something with blue and clouds could look really nice. So let me, it doesn't really matter. I just pick one. Let me pick this one. Right click, save image. Come to Pixlr. I'm going to be at a layer below this. I might have to move this. So I'm just going to add layer, add image, select the sky, put it back here, just stretch it across the whole image like that. And then what I need to do is, it's all the way at the top. I need to click and hold and pull it down to be below really between my background layers, the one that my original one and the one I copied. And there we go. I've created a nice blue sky. Now this is very bright. You can see completely changes the image of making this feel from winter and cold and rainy or just snowy to one where the trees make sense. The snow's a little out of place, but again, now it starts to feel like maybe it's early spring or something like that. I probably should make some adjustments just like anything you add to this. Let me start with levels. I think that might be a good place to go. So it's because it's a little bright. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So just toned it down a little bit and I'll apply. And again, would I keep playing with it as it could, but you don't want to see that. But really, again, the main theme of this little assignment is to say that Pixlr can do so many things. And it's just all about playing around and changing things and being creative and helping to tell the story. So, I should probably, I'm just realizing I need to do one more video just to show you how to download it, just to make sure you know how to do that. So I'll come back and do that in a second.